Hello and welcome to Racing VTuber Rundown, your weekly podcast for all things racing VTuber news and events. I'm Kaito Nasa, and I'm joined in the booth today by Asa, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hey yo, everyone.
Oh my god!
Hello, yes, hi, I am Asa, Asathenyanpire, half kitty, half vampire, and yeah, I sometimes do sim racing, I guess. Look, I love sim racing, have been doing it for ages, but I have like this weird obsession of like getting stuck on random games at random points in time, so you'll always see me playing whatever the fuck I'm into.
What game is it currently?
Oh, I started playing Fallout 4 again.
Ooh, okay. Any specific run you're going for it, or?
No, I'm just being as just chaotic as I can be, just doing it. I have not done any of the main quests. I've just gone off and found any other quests I can.
Another settlement needs your help.
Yeah, no, seriously, that's all I've been doing is just helping the... since I got to the, like, meeting the first Minutemen thing, that's all I've been doing. I've just been doing the Minutemen quests, and that's it.
I literally could not progress through Fallout 4 because that was literally what happened to me. I was just so like,
really?
Yes, I would get done. I would meet the Minutemen. I would meet the Minutemen. They would start with the a settlement needs help. I would go off and do that. I'd come back, and as soon as I come back, another settlement needs your help.
Yep. Yep, pretty much. It's just forever ongoing, and I'm like, I just kind of stuck in a rhythm, being like, okay, I help you. Look, I did it. Are you proud of me? I know a settlement needs your help. I'm like, okay then.
Okay,
let me just spend another 2-3 hours just helping settlements. Okay.
This is fine.
What raiders do I have to kill this time?
Murder? What murder?
But yeah, aside from Fallout 4, I've also been playing like just other shooters, like, you know, me and you playing the finals from time to time, and then other things as well. Like, what was that I was playing with DJ the other day? Oh, Battlefield 5 as well.
Oh,
which is a cool game, but goddamn, like I wish there was just better services for Battlefield, because it feels like it's either you have to play 2042, which is shit, or you have to go back to like some of the older ones. But I want like a nice, good, modern Battlefield, like, you know, Battlefield 3. I miss playing Battlefild 3.
Didn't they just announce Battlefield 6?
Did they?
I think they did.
I'm gonna feel like an idiot if I didn't even know.
I don't know. I just saw it on like a news feed. It could be wrong though. I could be excruciatingly wrong.
No, usually I'm the one who's wrong, because yeah, I am cat, zero thoughts, head empty.
Head empty. Just go Noom.
Pretty much, it's just go zoomies or give pets, give treats. Thank you.
Speaking of the zoomies, and the treats, Gran Turismo 4.
Where are you going with this?
Gran Turismo 4.
For fuck's sake! Yes, I have. Yes, I have been streaming that, and yes, those streams are questionable at best.
Yes, but when you get the gold on the license tests,
we don't need to tell everybody about that. My chat already knows, and people already knows how much I am of a cat brain. They don't need to know about the shit that fucking Tarlz started. I swear to God. I swear I'm gonna murder that guy when I see him. That silly little femboy that's hidden up in fucking... Where is he? He's in Florida? I think he's in Florida.
He lives in the same city I live in.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I literally met him at work one day because he had to go get gas before the hurricane.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
Of course, that was before I clean shaved, so I looked like a bum.
Yeah. Oh.
Tarlz said I still looked cute,
fine.
But I was like, I don't know about that. I look like a bum.
Honestly, he just thinks everyone's cute. He will literally just... Joe, I'm not gonna go there. Tarlz, I love you, but goddamn, I know who you are. I know what you are.
I know what you are. God.
Gay. He's just gay.
Oh my god, the tangents before the official recording of the podcast.
Oh, don't even.
If Soul saves them, and makes like a blooper reel out of them,
like anything that gets cut, it's probably just gonna be all the random bullshit that we just talked about, like beforehand, and maybe even throughout the recording, because there's probably gonna be a lot of stuff that's just so out of context that you can't not clip it.
Who needs context, right? I mean, there's a whole like
so true.
There's like a whole like in the track.eu server, there's a whole like out of context channel, and there's like an award every season for.
Yeah, I'm surprised some of my out of context quotes in that channel have not been like brought up, because I said some very questionable things, but I think I say such questionable things that people have just become accustomed to it. So when I say it, they're like, "Oh, it's not very out of context for Asa."
Oh, that's from Asa? Okay, yeah, no, that's just normal. Yeah, that's just normal Asa talk.
Fair enough. Yeah, I wonder what the last thing is that has been clipped on here. While we're chatting, I'm gonna just search through here and figure it out. But yeah,
did you see the one from Ryoma yesterday?
Oh, wait, which one? Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah. Didn't he say that when we were in VC after like the kind of cool down debrief with each other?
No, that was before the race. That was before the race.
That was before the race?
That was before the race.
Oh my god. Ryoma.
I love it.
I love Ryoma because he's such a funny guy. As much as like he loves like slamming his Aston into the back of my cars. Don't clip that out of context. No, he great personality. He's so funny to be around. I love it when he's just like to anyone. He's just like, "Oh, Mr. Julian."
He picked up a new thing. Like, he picked up a new thing.
Which one is it? What is it now?
Monsieur.
Oh yeah, for Aki, Monsieur Aki.
Monsieur Aki.
It's quite adorable though. Let's be honest.
I love.
And whenever he actually swears, it's like, oh, no way.
No way. Ryoma sweared.
To be honest, I think I was one of the people that got him to actually swear within track, because I remember we were in a VC after a race, I believe.
Yeah, I remember that.
Up until then, it was a previous V-Track season. I'm almost certain
it was.
But up until then, he would never swear, and then I just kept egging him on, like, come on, let out a shit, come on, let out a fuck or something, just give us something, and then he just goes fucking ham, letting out every swear word in the book, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
This is the best day of my life.
For real. And since then, he's just kind of just been chill with it, which, like, it's cool to see someone just kind of, like, relax and just get, like, comfy and not have to stress about, like, being too formal or polite. Because, look, we're all here just to have fun as well anyways. Like, as much as we all take part in the same, like, sim racing, which is, like, a competitive thing, we all do it for the fun of it.
Yeah.
I just want to just enjoy it.
Funny enough, how many times has an Aston Martin slammed into your rear end?
You know what? That's a really good fucking question.
I know at least like 3 or 4 times since I was in track.
Almost every single Aston, bar maybe you, has slammed into me at least once.
I almost slammed into you at Bathurst, but I didn't. But you were like sideways on the track.
Oh, Bathurst was a race.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Okay, this isn't a quote from me, but this is a quote from Julian to me, if you want to hear it.
Yes, go for it.
Asa, a tenor isn't even going to offer a finger going your way.
Oh my god.
I don't even remember the context for that.
What is the context?
I don't know. That's the whole point.
Oh my god. This is
but
cursed.
Legit, like, I'm scrolling through this and I'm not seeing a single quote from me, but I've seen stuff towards me.
I think Ryoma gave the credit to Aki, but I was the one that said it.
Oh.
Because I had said that Aki was inside of Palu. Or no, not Palu, but DJ.
Okay.
No context needed for that.
No, I won't even ask even more into it. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna let it simmer.
This is the most unhinged episode. I thought the one with Jordan was gonna be unhinged, but no, we're one-upping it.
You're welcome. I had to come in and just prove them all who the real shitster is.
Oh man.
Oh, okay. I've found another quote from Julian that I posted.
Oh no.
That's just the staff chat over there. But enough about my homophobic past. Let's talk about my homoerotic future.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure that's something he sent to me. Oh, no, that was in my server. Oh, for those of you who don't know, I have like a little server that I kind of collected sim racing VTubers in, and we just kind of hang out just without the pressure of having to be formal or anything like that. I found it!
Oh no!
Oh my God, and it's Jordan who quoted me.
Of course it's Jordan. I love the elation of, I found it!
And it has Zul reacting with the track trophy to it. You ready?
Let's do it.
This is the one of the only quotes from me, apparently.
The quote of all time. Let's hear it.
I dare you to give us one good fuck.
Oh, that was the when you said it to Ryoma.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Oh my God. That's what I said to Ryoma to get him to swear. Oh, that's good.
Oh,
that's good. I'm satisfied.
I apologize to the listeners. Like 90% of this week's podcast is just going to be laughing.
What did you expect from me? People know who I am, right? They know that I'm just absolute fucking
chaos.
Yeah,
chaos
just
incarnate.
Chaos gremlin. Look, I'm a cat girl. I'm also part vampire. I just don't fuck around. I got no shits to give. I just do what I want.
I just do what I want. No questions asked. Understandable. Have
Sorry,
a nice day.
officer. I'm too silly to be what's the thing? Responsible for my own actions. That's just me.
The government can't stop me. Mental institutions can't stop me.
Cannot stop me.
I
will just continue to be silly
until the end of my days.
Yeah. It's such a cute little clip. I love that. I love energy like that.
Oh God.
Do you want to get back on track of some kind?
What track? We've completely gone off the rails at this point. There is no track. There's track.eu.
Track.eu. Let's go that way.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Most recent race.
Oh God, Bathurst was
Bathurst went really well for you though, didn't it? No?
Yeah. I mean, sort of. I ended up with like 30 seconds of damage.
You totally heard that, didn't you?
No, what?
Oh, opening a can.
I did not hear it.
Don't mind me. Good. I wanted to make sure it wasn't picked up. Well, people are just gonna know now. I'm so stupid.
It was a can of Meowster.
Meowster. And for all of you who are wondering what flavor, Ultra Rosa today.
Ooh. Getting fancy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Have you thought
I love my Monster.
Have you thought about doing like a Monster like flavor review? Like video or something?
What?
Like a stream or a video where like you've reviewed like different flavors of Monster.
I have not, but that seems very me.
I'm surprised you haven't.
But I'm still fucking bamboozled by what the fuck Aussie lemonade is, because There's no such thing as Australian lemonade. There's just lemonade. But they named it Aussie lemonade to be just, I don't know, quirky about it. And like people are just like, oh yeah, I'm just having Aussie lemonade. And I'm like, what the fuck is Aussie lemonade?
That's what I was about to ask. What in the world is Aussie lemonade?
I don't know. I live in Australia. I've never seen an Aussie lemonade Monster flavor here in Australia either. I just don't get where it exists.
I've heard of
why it exists.
I've heard of an Arnold Palmer tea, but I've never heard of like an Aussie lemonade. I actually quite enjoy an Arnold Palmer.
I don't think I've ever had it.
Do you know what it is though?
I'm not sure.
It's sweet tea with like lemon in it.
Okay,
like
right
juice.
Off the bat, what is sweet tea? Is it like just like black tea with like sugar?
Yeah,
or?
So it's like U.S. southern sweet tea.
Again.
Yes, it's
Irish,
tea.
Australian, never been in America.
Tea with with sugar in it.
What type of tea?
I don't.
Do you know what the tea leaves are?
No.
You don't know if it's like green tea or
it's not green tea.
Black tea, if it's
I think it's
what other teas?
I think it's just like black tea. But hang on. Now I gotta Google it.
Now you gotta look it up.
Now I have to Google it.
Tell us, what is the sweet tea? What actually is the tea?
Yeah, it's just black tea and sugar.
Okay, so it's just tea with sugar.
Yeah.
Why is it called sweet?
Because you put the sugar in before, like you put the sugar in as you're like making the tea.
Yeah. Okay. But the way people like say it, it sounds like it's supposed to be something else than just tea with.
No, because what it is when you make it at the like you put the sugar in as you're boiling the tea.
Okay.
Or not as you're boiling it, but like the way my mom does it, she has the tea bags, she puts it in a pan. Lets it boil.
So it's just tea, but you put sugar in it.
Yeah.
So it's just regular tea, but you sweeten it.
Yeah, but you sweeten it while it's still hot.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, but in my defense, still better than. And I'm gonna cause a controversy saying this.
I might end up having to book a flight over there just to kill you myself, depending on what this.
It's better than
this statement's gonna be.
It is better to have sweet tea from the South than to try and have iced tea from the northern U.S. and have them tell you, oh, but you can add sugar to it. Like, no, that's not how that works.
Okay. I thought that was going to go in a different direction. I thought you were going to bash on boba tea for a second.
Oh, I love boba tea.
Oh, good. Another boba connoisseur.
Yes.
I love it.
I actually I had my first boba 4 years ago.
Yo.
Or not 4 years ago. 3 years ago. 3 years ago.
Boba for the first time.
Yeah.
Would have been when I was like, 19, I think. 18, 19? 18.
Yeah, I had it
6 years ago.
Oh, wow, yeah. I had it 3 years ago because...
Do the math. How old is Ace? I'm 24. I'm 24.
24. I'm 28 now.
You're 28?
Yeah.
I swear you were younger than me, or like it seemed that way.
I don't know. I sound and look a lot younger than I am.
You come across very. I'm not gonna say immature. I'm gonna say youthful.
A little more. Yeah, youthful. A little more whimsical.
Yeah.
I'm just a silly guy.
Just a little silly guy. Aren't all cat VTubers just a little bit whimsical though?
Yes.
Like, come on. Let's just name a couple that I would say are some very whimsical people, just within our like realm of like friends. Jojo.
Yep, Jojo.
Ruby.
Ruby.
Yourself. Me. Zul. Ivano.
Yep.
Who else is? I'm trying to think who else does a cat VTuber. But like, all of them are very kind of just whimsical and silly and just like.
Tarlz is a dog boy. I was gonna say Tarlz, but Tarlz is a dog boy, not a cat boy.
He's a dog boy. Kohai is kind of he is. He's a big cat.
Yeah, he's one of the big cats. He's a snep. He's a snow leopard.
Yeah. Kohai's constantly sending me just big cats in my DMs, and I'm like, okay.
He does that to you too.
He does it to you?
Yes.
I wonder who else he does it to.
I just get like a bunch of like I just get it. I'll open up Discord. There's a DM from Kohai, and it's like a cute picture of a snow leopard.
Really random, out of nowhere. Like it'll be like we haven't talked in DMs for like 5 days, and then suddenly there's just like, here, have a bunch of snow leopards and random big cats, and I'm like, oh yeah, thank you. It's like
it's that, and then also the random like cute anime cat boy.
Oh my god, he is obsessed with cat boys. Yeah.
I'm just like, I love them. I'm
just gonna leave it there.
I love it because it makes my day seeing those. Because I'm like, it's so like sometimes I'm just like, this is so out of left field, and I don't know why he sent me this, but it brightens my day, and I love it, and I hope he keeps doing that.
I have a sneaky suspicion he's into cat boys.
Just a tad.
just a little bit. He likes them fruity little cute cat boys.
Ah, yes. He sent me a thing.
He sent you a thing. What is this thing?
He sent me a thing, and it was like it's a Shoto video, but the link timestamped to a certain point in the video where Shoto is like, it's always the cat boys. It's always the cat boys. Because it was like talking about.
I just opened my DMs with Kohai, and the first thing I see is I'm gonna just send this to you in DM, just so I can get your reaction to this.
Oh, oh my!
That's the most recent thing he sent me.
So out of left field.
I know. Because
I can't even share that. I can't share that to the editor. So Soul, get creative. You're gonna have to get creative because this is definitely not safe.
just put up something cute. What's that picture of like where it's a guy and he's like surrounded by like other anime like cat boys and stuff?
Oh my god, yes!
Just put that up.
Okay. You know what? I have a funny story about that. Something like that though.
Okay.
I have
go on.
I have an image. That's a meme. That it's basically that meme, right?
Yeah.
But we were messing around, and this is in my my other friend group of Vtubers, and I have a Koikatsu card.
Mm-hmm.
So it's me and a bunch of it's me on the couch. It's just a bunch of the women in Gale Force that are looking at him like, I'm in danger. I am in so much danger.
Oh
God, I'm never going to beat the bottom allegations.
You're not helping yourself.
I know I'm not.
The thing is, like, it's just come to the point for me where I'm just like, yeah, I am. So what?
I mean, I've pretty much accepted that.
To give less of a shit.
I've pretty much accepted the fact that I'm a bottom.
Yeah, no, same. But like, it's just very much. I can't help it when like, I have like. I don't know how many people like to dote on me, but like there's a lot of other like VTubers who like to give me just a little bit of like, here, random head pats or affection and blah blah blah. Tarlz is a big one to call out. But like it's just it's a lot. There's so many people that just constantly are just like will just come into my DMs and start just bottoming me, and I'm like, okay, thank you guys.
If I see them doing it in the Racing VTuber Discord server, I'll jump into. I've been guilty to do that.
Oh, yeah. Well, you've seen the most recent thing where I posted, and it was Tarlz that had a lot to say, and then it just derived into just talking about like box. Where, oh, that's another one. Isaac is Isaac's another cat boy. Yeah, but there was just like Isaac posted where you said in the box, and then Isaac posted the box, then Tarlz is like responding to that, and then there's just me, you, and Isaac being like, yeah, meow, meow, box, box.
I unironically love boxes, and this is not even just a catboy thing. I actually do love messing with boxes.
I totally have never thought about potentially getting my own big massive box so that I can just put what's called a pillow in the bottom of it just to sit in from time to time. No, not me.
I've totally tried once to make a box for it.
Who hasn't? Also, especially as a kid. Like, as a kid, loved it. Loved, like, making pillow forts and box forts and stuff like that.
Yes! Oh, my favorite thing as a kid, I had a bed. But there was like a...
Was it a cat bed?
No. But
it was a dog bed.
It was not a bunk bed.
If it wasn't, why wasn't it?
Okay, well, I injured myself on a bunk bed when I was like 6.
Oh, you had a bunk bed too?
I had a bunk bed, and like my brother and I would fight over who got the top. And I was racing up.
You always got the bottom.
I was racing to the top bunk actually, and we were scrambling, and it's a full wooden. Like the ladder was wooden, like solid wood. It wasn't this like particle wood stuff they have, and the edge was sharp.
Oh God! What did you do?
I slipped, and I like fell, and when I fell, I was like scraping against the edge of the ladder.
Oh no! Ow!
My mom had this huge like bandage wrap around my torso. I looked like the you know those like superhero movies or like the Indiana Jones movies where they have like that large wrap of bandages around their like over their stomach and around their
top.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember I hated it because it hurt, but it, like looking back on it, I'm like I looked so cool.
You probably just looked really silly as a kid.
Probably.
Like, kind of goofy.
Just a little silly.
Just a little silly.
We've completely derailed again.
You're welcome. Like, honestly, like, I kind of expected it, but I didn't know how far off the rails it would go.
It's a podcast. The answer is always yes.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. It's gonna be hard to top how off the rails this podcast has gone, though.
Oh, no, that's easy. I just need to get you and Jordan in at the same time, and then it's gonna be completely off the rails.
Oh, no.
There will be no rails to get back on at that point.
Thing is, like, I think there'd be even worse combos. Like, I'm trying to think of who else would have been funny to have on here. I was like messaging Ruby, being like, "Oh, saying that I was going to be on," and seeing what, like, even if she wanted to come say hi while it was on, but like, she's like, nah, you guys have fun, and because she was like, I did it a while ago, so she's chill. But I would have thought that would have been a little bit of fun if it was with her or who else? Who else would it? No, I'm sorry. If you had Tarlz on here as well.
Oh God, yes.
I don't think you would have a podcast that you could put up on YouTube. You'd have to put it on a different site.
You know, that's what Jordan told me if I had him on the podcast with Greg. Because I was like, hey, Greg wants to be on the podcast, and he's asking if you want to come on with him. And Jordan's
wait. I'm hang on, give me 1 second. I'm messaging Tarlz right now.
Oh no.
Okay, we'll see if he responds, but for now we'll chill.
For now we'll chill. Just a sudden appearance in the call. We're doing this on the fly. We'll do it live.
We'll do it while we're live.
I already did that. I did that last time. Or not last time, but two episodes ago. I have to get my math straight. Because by the time this one's out, the other one that was recorded last week is going to be out. Because, yeah, I have a backlog now, finally. Thank you, Editor-san. And by backlog, I mean I only have a week buffer, so...
Well, you got me here now, so we'll see how we do with this one.
It'll work. Trust in the process.
Work. It just works.
Oh,
Thank
God.
You, Howard. Thank you.
Speaking of Fallout, yeah.
Yeah.
It just works.
It just works. 16 times the detail. Oh, Tarlz said sure.
Oh.
Should we get him on? Should we get him on?
Hang on. Am I friends with Tarlz real quick? Let me see.
I can invite him in here.
Do it.
Do it?
Yeah.
Tarlz, we're currently live. I know I've been recording for a little while now.
Hello, Tarlz. Welcome to the podcast.
We were just talking about you.
Uh-oh. What's up?
Welcome to the podcast, Tarlz.
All right. Well, yeah, I feel welcomed.
You want to introduce yourself real quick? We're giving my editor a job because I have these
so
Discord
great.
notifications.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry, editor.
Sorry, editor son.
Editor is about to earn their pay. All right. So yeah, I am Tarlz the 14th, a bartender VTuber. Pretty much went with that theme because I thought that a dog boy pun of a bartender being called bartender is absolutely hilarious. Limited experience in sim racing, some league stuff. Ended up deciding it's not quite for me, so I stick to more of the casual side of things. But yeah.
Yeah, you're the reason I got into playing Gran Turismo 4, actually, because I saw you playing it and I was interested in playing it.
Oh yeah.
And then there was the whole thing that happened on stream that we said we weren't going to talk about, right, Kaito?
We aren't. Yeah, we are not going to talk about it.
That you started.
We're not going to talk about it. All I'm going to say is gold license test. That's all I'll say.
I am going to say anything. Anyways, aside from the sim racing stuff, I do like playing like modded ROMs and ISOs of different games. So that's kind of what GT4 Spec 2. That's kind of how I got into that. But yeah,
I asked Asa this, but what other games have you been looking into, like for like modded?
As of late, mainly doing a playthrough of Pokemon Black that has been modded to have like the full Pokedex, as well as a slightly higher difficulty curve.
Ooh.
But there's a lot of, especially for Pokemon, there's a lot of really neat ones out there. Like they've moved pretty much all of the content from like Heart Gold, Soul Silver into like the original Crystal version.
No.
Yeah, Pokemon Polished Crystal. I would highly, highly, highly recommend it. It is straight up probably the best version of Pokemon.
With what's his name? The like plain VTuber. What's
yeah, Tommy.
Tommy.
Tommy. Yeah.
Tommy's cute. I think I scarred him one time when I came into your chat, though.
You did a little bit.
I'm so sorry, Tommy.
He wasn't like super upset about it, but he was like kind of like, yeah, that caught me off guard. He was not. What did I
even say? I can't even remember.
It's something that's definitely on brand for Asa.
Yeah, how dedicated is your editor right now? Like, is he willing to bleep this out?
Let's try.
We'll just take a cut right here, and we'll be back in a moment.
Let's try to keep it TOS.
Commercial.
Just have like the phase TOS. Out of like the what's it called? Where it has the television screen going like just like.
Oh god, yeah, the little technical difficulties.
Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be against TOS, but it would probably it would probably be like 18 plus.
It would be questionable.
Yep.
I mean, I'm just glad I'm not monetized yet.
Yeah, go for it then, Tarlz.
Oh yeah, no. You said something about frauding.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Frauding is like when you two have.
I told you.
I don't want to know. My innocence. Soul, please help me.
Yeah, this is what I meant by like two things here. When me and Tarlz are together, we're both unhinged, and then two, like the reason why people don't put me in out of context is because I so much shit just out of nowhere that's just like could be out of context. It's just become just regular for me that people just don't even really, like get phased out by it as much anymore.
Yeah, Asa is not like does not have a context setting. Is the best way of putting it.
What is context? We don't need it. That's literally what this episode's going to be. Is just there's no context. Good luck.
There you go. Stream title, VOD title, video title, whatever. Episode title.
We've got the streamer brain.
Asathenyanpire, no context podcast.
Yeah. Streamer
Context
brain.
was never an option.
Context was never an option. Jesus Christ.
We still haven't even talked about racing yet.
We were trying to. We were trying to talk about Bathurst.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I have not seen any of the Bathurst stuff yet.
Well, you're about to hear about it.
Yeah. Do you want to go first, Asa?
Oh, sure. Like during the week prior to Bathurst, I put in a lot of hours to the point where I got my time to be very, very competitive. And so when qualifying comes around, I was able to put a P4 even ahead of Lucas, beating out Lucas's time. I was so fucking proud of myself. But then by the time we hit the first lap, unfortunately I lose 2 places within the first 2 corners. Not a big deal. I was going to just kind of just settle in and then eventually just pick up whatever pieces I could get. But instead, what's the turn before Skyline? The left-hander that dips down.
It's something park.
Whatever it is.
Something
editor,
park.
if you can get it up, you'll be able to figure it out. But essentially, I come around there. I'm following Akito, but I cut in just too much of that corner. And that corner, if you take it wrong, that curb can really yeet you already. But I decide to give them a little kick as well, just for extra good measure, which kind of set me off the track to the right-hand side. Thankfully, there was runoff on that section of the track. So I just go off into the grass, but I drop I want to say 9 positions or so, 8-9 positions, which really tossed me into the mid-pack, where me having a lot more pace than the other drivers, that's dangerous. So next lap, we get round, and it's the final corner. I made up 1 place against Ivano, which honestly, I think was one of the best overtakes because I overtook Ivano into Skyline. Somehow. I don't know if you've seen the clip. I'll give it to you afterwards, Kaito.
I think I've seen it,
good.
yes.
But it's a great overtake. But then I was following Zen down into the final corner, and unfortunately, coming out of the second to last, I had so much more speed that I tried to go around the left side. There wasn't a lot of room left. There was, when I started the overtake, I was kind of on the grass. And then by the time that we were reaching the corner, there was just enough room for my car. But unfortunately, when I turned into the corner, I took too much of the curb, and Zen ended up coming into the back of my car, thus sending me kind of into the grass. I lose traction on the grass. My car starts spinning out, hits Zen again, but then Ivano comes through and unfortunately hits me, spinning me out and giving me about 30-40 seconds of damage. But I was okay. I was just okay, we can come back from this. I'll just pit this lap because then I'll be able to and get my pit out of the way. But during that lap, Zen spins out on the dipper, and as I'm coming through, I'm one of the last cars to come through. He unfortunately reversed back up onto the racing line.
Oh no!
Thus, me T-boning him, then giving me over a minute worth of damages. And so, unfortunately, with that, went a lap down. Then more chaos ensued with cars going everywhere throughout the race. It was madness. First lap was relatively clean. Second lap, chaos broke loose. Everything was
Third lap, just forget about it.
Yeah, it was insane. And throughout the race, I started I tried my best just to keep up, and because then I had to fuel pretty much for the whole race from 55 minutes. I was slower on my time, of course. My tires eventually wore out a lot faster, but it's not the first time I've gone over an hour on this stinted tires. So wasn't too stressed about that. But as is the nature of the mountain, it just keeps biting at you. I love Bathurst. It's one of my favorite tracks. It's my home track. I was going in there like hoping for a great result, maybe even potentially a podium if I can
speak for yourself.
Like a result. Hush. I know. You did great, Kaito.
I was just saying, speak for yourself about it being one of your favorite tracks.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I have such mixed opinions on Bathurst.
I love it so much. It's just such a great track because it
is a very cool track. It is a very cool track that requires a lot of skill. But like the fact that you hit a grass runoff area is like, okay, you hit the only grass runoff area.
Yeah, that's fair. But like
the pileups.
That's the thing is like which I love. It's like the challenge of it, plus like how like if you nail a lap of Bathurst, you just feel like you've nailed one of the best laps of your like.
Oh yeah,
of any.
I was at half mast after getting like a 204 one time. Like I was ecstatic.
Tarlz, I got into the 201s.
Oh, I know, but I also know like where my skill level is compared to.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. It's like I really had the pace to do well there, but unfortunately, Bathurst doesn't love me back. It's a one-sided relationship.
It's a toxic relationship.
It really is.
Kind to me once.
I'm like all up in her shit, and she's just like punching me in the gut.
Yeah, I had. It's weird because I either absolutely fucking die at Bathurst, or I get the best finish I had in league racing, which was like 12th, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Should I?
But yeah, there was. Huh? What was that?
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say there was also like, cause we're like there's two different classes. I was still in a position to gain good points, but it just didn't feel like I deserved like good points given the nature of my race. Because there was multiple times where like there was a time where I spun out in Skyline because I touched a little bit too much grass on that right exit before Skyline, spinning me out. But oh my god, you just feel so helpless if you get stuck on the mountain. And I was sat there just rolling down the mountain until it was safe for me to just turn around. Because I know if you try to drive forward back up the mountain, it'll just disqualify you with the way ACC works. And so, like, I'm stuck there having to reverse back down the mountain, like, driving with my mirror while also trying to look ahead to make sure that there's no cars coming before I can actually swing it back onto the track. It's just, it just ended up making me feel rather, like, helpless, because I had the skill for the track, but it just didn't work out. But yeah. That was my race. Yeah, I'm hoping the next two races will be better because I want some sort of good result. I love Nords, so I'll be excited to finish that up.
Oh god, I'm terrified of that one too.
The last race. I love every track everyone finishes. I don't know what's wrong with me, masochist. I mean, what? But
sounds about right.
I don't know. I like the challenge of it, and I like, say for example with Nords, I love the diversity of the track because it's so huge. It has nothing that like is the same as the previous corner. I really like that, and because the laps are so long, like they're 8-9 minutes long for a lap, that by the time you finish one lap, you feel quite fresh to do the lap again, because it's all like new again. Like you're facing new corners after 9 minutes of not like of doing the same track. But anyway, that's how I see Nords. Plus, it's just a great challenge.
It's kind of the opposite of what I go for, because I like tracks so you get like you can get into a rhythm with it. Like I think a good example is Laguna Seca.
Yes.
Watkins Glen.
Oh, I love the Glen. The Glen is my favorite.
The Glen didn't go well for you though when we were there.
I know it didn't, but like if I didn't mess up turn 1 on lap 4, I would have been I could have gone for a win. That would have been my first ever win in V-Track.
Honestly, my results for for walk-ins, I think were pretty decent considering what happened to me as well there. For those who didn't see the race or don't know what happens to me during races, there's always some sort of unfortunate event that seems to befall me. I just think I'm cursed. A
lot of times it's an Aston going to ram the backside.
Yeah. Anytime I'm on for a great race, it's just something really likes to just like, tee no.
Hey, I would like to note, I have not been an Aston that's been up the rear end of Asa's car. Yes, I know how I phrased it, and I'm phrasing it on purpose that way.
I don't think I've been on track with Asa with a have I? I think maybe in VTRX.
VTRX, yeah. We did some of the when Reska hosts like some iRacing events.
Yeah, I do think I'm probably gonna hop into the occasional one-off event once I get myself re-comfortable with sim racing again.
Fair enough. But yeah, when it comes to Astons, it seems to be specifically Technoburst Astons. I'm
not one of those Astons.
Like I keep joking that there's like this personal vendetta that I have against the Astons and Technoburst, but like I literally got no hate for them. I know it just happens. It's just so funny that anytime something happens to me,
it's a Technoburst always
happens to me in Aston. No, so Bathurst this weekend, Zen in the Technoburst.
The GQ Racing, yeah.
GQ Racing Aston.
Project GQ Racing partnered with Technoburst.
Yeah. I'm telling you. They've got this weird magnet towards me.
Last season it was literally like Psycho or Ryoma or even Zool. Yeah. Just all last season. And then I joined Technoburst like halfway through the season, and I'm the only Aston that has yet to get into the rear end of Asa.
Yeah, I wonder how long it's gonna take until I'm rear-ended by you.
Depending on what happens, probably another 2 races, because there are a lot of times where I just run out of talent.
Well, let's look at statistics, right? So the amount of V-Track races I've done like this year, I think I did every race last season, maybe bar 1, and I think I want to say, at least in 3 of those races, I may have had an incident with an Aston of some kind that may have been Technoburst.
Cough, cough, Red Bull Ring.
Red Bull Ring was, that was a bad one. So if you compare that, I took part in 5 races. That was 3 races I may have had an incident with a Technoburst Aston. Then this season, we're 2 races in, and we've already had 1 incident with a Aston. The stats aren't looking good.
It's because you keep on calling them Aston Martins when they're Aston Martins.
Aston Martins.
No.
That was bad. I'm sorry.
Bad. That was terrible. But back to actually talking about racing. I know even in Watkins Glen, Psycho did have a touch of my car, but that was albeit after I spun out of the.
I was about to say, does that count? Because you were already spun. Well,
but the thing is,
he had
there
time
was
to
a
avoid.
possibility that he could have potentially avoided.
Yeah.
I know, like in the moment, it's hard to judge those things, but there is
the
still that contact.
PTSD of public lobbies comes to mind. They're not holding their brakes.
But the thing is, is every time I get into spin or anything, I'm straight on the brakes. I'm one of those people that I know when I have to hold the brakes and when I don't. And in that situation where I'm potentially going to roll back into the racing line, like in Watkins Glen, oh yeah, I'm going to hold the brakes.
Yeah. Did I tell you about like what Isaac said to me about my pace at Watkins?
No, I don't think so.
He said that like my pace was pretty much like the low end of pro class.
Yo, that's pretty good.
Nice.
Because remember my Aston?
Mm-hmm.
I think I did like a 145.8 or like a 145.7 in the
I
Aston.
can't even remember what times I were doing, but I think I was doing like 44s.
Yeah, I had hit like the 145.8, and I was like almost in the. I almost had like another like 0.3 on that.
Yeah.
So Isaac was like, "Yeah, no, that's close to the pace that I normally have."
Yeah.
And then I spin on that 4.
Yeah, everyone has their like tracks that they tend to have some pretty decent pace at.
If I end up,
unfortunately, mine is Lime Rock Park, which does not do much good in ACC.
You know, if they have
Park is such a cute track.
If they have the qualifying,
I like the cute tracks.
If they've got the eval servers for next season at Watkins Glen, I'll see y'all in pro class. Note to self: I need to start getting a Coach Dave Academy subscription.
Jeez, I don't even know what's going on next season. Like, there's so much going on. Like Ruby joining a new team.
Yeah, Samantha
like,
Tan
going full pro. Then
how's it feel to be partnered with a pro?
I feel like I've got a lot to like prove to like live up to being her teammate in a way. But she's such a stunning teammate, though. She's always like giving me help and tips. Like even after the race, when going over like the mistakes I made, like she helped me just kind of like understand. Like, yeah, no, she's right. I need to improve these things, and it's like stuff that like may or may not be obvious, but like having just that other person be like, hey, you can do this to improve, you can do this, make sure like maybe next time like you avoid doing this, you just, you know, etc. Like her teaching, I think, probably comes from also a lot of Anor's teaching, because of like, of course, her being taught by Anor. But like even because I'm teammates with her and technically racing for queens, but I'm not queens, but essentially Panon queens. I get to like get access to channels privately so that I can speak to the queens people as well as like get setups and etc. So having that extra just support and coaching like areas within the Queen's Design server, and I've had Mia chime in, especially with, say for example, Bathurst being like a track she's like stonkingly fast at, of course, being her home track too, I guess. You know, these things, it's like I'm super appreciative, and I'm like, I feel lucky and honored to have the chance to be able to get the help from those people who are pros, like Anor's pro, Mia's pro, Ruby's pro. April, I know, is taking a sabbatical out to take care of her life and stuff like that, or their life, and like I wish her all the, or wish them, her, I forget. I think they're non-binary. Yeah, they, them. But it's just, it's helped. Like, I think I've been able to see the improvements I've been able to get from their help as well. Hell, if it wasn't for Ruby and Mia this week, I don't think I would have been able to have the pace that I did have at Bathurst.
Oh, yeah, even like outside of your team, like when I did Bathurst last, I think I'm trying to remember if it was Ruby or Anor, but like their advice shaved a good 2 or 3 seconds off my lap time. Like
they've just got such a great intelligence for racing. Like,
yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, with me, I was live streaming my practice for Watkins Glen, and like Ruby came into the chat and noticed my mistakes, and the big one was I wasn't looking far enough ahead, and I wasn't anticipating the corners like I should have been.
Yeah.
And that easily knocked like 2 or 3 seconds off of my lap time.
Yeah, like that's just Ruby though. I think she's just such a very easy, kind going person in general. That like she just is just so happy to help others.
You see that in a lot of the track drivers too, though. Like a lot of the sim racing VTubers.
Track as a whole is like pretty welcoming, which is really nice. And hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah, hashtag not sponsored. Julian's still not giving me that sponsorship chance.
I'm not even in the Discord for that anymore.
But like, there's so many people that are just willing to just help and chime in if they can, just to help those who maybe have slower speed or are trying to learn how to drive specific tracks for the specific races of the seasons, etc., etc.
Isaac's been helping me a ton with TGT because I decided
Isaac was good about that.
I decided to test out the Mercedes.
Me and Isaac, when we were both racing in the same team together for a little bit, that was something we always did together. It's like because when we practice, we kind of practice around the same time. And so, what the hell is that noise in the background? Hopefully that's not coming.
Sounds like
something
two-stroke.
It almost sounded like a weed whacker.
Sounds like there's someone with a weed whacker chainsaw or whatever.
I literally was like saying that's a weed whacker.
Yeah. But Isaac and I, because we were very, very close on pace for a lot of tracks, we'd constantly have that back and forth trying to improve our times together to try and like one up each other in a way.
Yep. I miss that the most about league racing. But that was also the part that like made it so I had to get out because I was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The thing is, it's of course it's league racing. You got to take it seriously in a way, or at least semi seriously.
Yeah, and it's hard to like kind of remind yourself that you're primarily racing against yourself. Because once you start doing like that comparison thing, it can take some of the fun out of it.
Oh, I'm so bad about that. I've had to like put myself in check all season because I've been more like I'm either like comparing myself to other drivers on track, or I'm like comparing myself to my performance at other tracks, and like it gets into my head, and I've just had to put myself in check.
Thing is, for me, I want to try and improve as much as I can. Like, as much as I don't think I'm anywhere near being pro. It's the fact that I've shown glimpses of having that pace. That pace to be able to really compete. But I just can't quite get a grips on it to be able to, convert that.
I think that's fair because...
an actual...
Sorry.
No. Go on.
I was going to say, I think that's fair because I feel the same way. Like, I don't, like, I try not to be, like, super toxic about being competitive.
Oh, I'm terrible. If you're ever in VC with me when we're racing...
I have seen the VODs.
Hell, even just...
I have seen the VODs.
Like, I'm so bad. It's just because my brain, when I'm racing, I get so hyper-focused in on what's going on that I just let out anything. And it's not to hate on any driver at all or any skill level of any driver. It's just that, unfortunately, my brain just puts me into this mode that just gets me so super serious about it.
Oh, yeah. I cannot be in a voice chat or honestly even a stream when I'm like doing like online racing, like any sort of sim racing, because it's just like I just like need to shut everything out, or else the bad things are going to happen.
Oh,
the bad things are going to come out.
Well,
I'm the opposite.
If you see my past 2 races, literally anytime I'm trying to like avoid cars or something like stupid's happened on track, I'm just instantly like, holy fuck, oh my god, what are you doing?
Oh, I get that I get that stuck in traffic mindset.
Oh, the road rage. Oh no,
I don't know where it comes from.
I'm the exact opposite.
Me, honestly.
Because for me, I mean, I'm the opposite in terms of like, and I feel so bad when I'm streaming my like practices or my or the league races, because everyone else seems to be like talking their thoughts through. I'm over here silent as a board.
Yep.
And I'm just like extremely silent, just focusing on my lines. If I like when I'm in a VC with others, then I can kind of like loosen up a little bit. Because I'm like having conversation with someone about like how's the car feeling and how's your race going? Oh, I'm doing okay. I'm doing this right now. The car feels like this. Yeah. But like when I'm by myself, yes, when I'm by myself, just laser focused, nothing. And I feel so.
That's why it's the opposite. When I say anything, it's just there's no like thought process of what I'm saying. I just say it.
I feel so bad.
Straight out.
I feel bad because
I'll like voice my frustrations with my own driving. Where I'll be like, "Oh God, I can't get this thing to steer," and then someone will like inevitably start like being like, "Oh, try this, try this, try this." I'm just sitting there like, "No, shut up though. I just need to focus on the car.
Yeah,
I cannot like be listening."
Yeah. No, for me, like I'll do that sometimes, but like I feel so bad for like my TGT races because I'm 90% of the time. Because I'm not on a team in TGT, I am by myself in VC.
Yep.
There's like one race that I've done in TGT.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say quickly. Yeah, this TGT is something because like I signed up preemptively to want to race it, but then when like I had a lot of like life stuff happen, I just couldn't deal with racing in general. Let alone just even doing V-Track. So that's why I was out for like a good month until I was just like, okay, I'm back in a good headspace. I can race again. But when I come back as race, I was just like, I don't think I want to do TGT. I just want to do V-Track so I can just have fun in there and not have to like over stress.
You mentioned TGT and I realized something. I still have my commentator access to that channel.
Oh.
No? I thought you said you left.
I don't know. I feel like I brought up that I still have it like a couple times, but yeah. I thought you left. I stopped commentating like a year ago. I stopped commentating like well over a year ago.
Mm-hmm. Tarlz coming back into the commentary booth when
I'd
love to see it. I'd love to see it.
I'd love to see Tarlz commentary.
It was as long as I'm not the only person commentating for a 4.5 hour endurance race, I'm good.
We're not doing 4 hours anymore. We've only been doing 2.4 as the longest races for endurances.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, 2.4.
I might.
But even then, we don't do 2.4s often. And I'm sure they'll always happily have, like, example, you to come in for like a V-Track race, because I know who did they have? They had Jordan and Kohai the last race, and then prior to that they had.
Did you ever see the VOD? Did you see the broadcast for that?
Yeah. the image.
The commentary curses all throughout.
That happened a lot.
I was like, I'm so glad they didn't say anything about me until the very end.
That's what the thing is. I love like rewatching the broadcast to see like things that may have popped up that I did on the race. But then there's times where I then also worry, oh, what happens if they cut to me and then suddenly I'm just in a wall.
No, you know what's crazy? They didn't really they focused mostly on like Ruby and Hurricane a lot, and so they were missing.
Race. That's what I noticed.
They were missing a lot of good fights, like especially in the AM field. They missed
in the midfield.
They missed like every fight in the AM field.
Yeah, I get that they want to prioritize the pro class because it's the most competitive class and it's like where the faster drivers are. Ruby, Hurricane, Miata, Lucas were all together for the whole race. I get it. Well, Miata actually was kind of driving away from everyone.
Miata was like 12 seconds ahead of everyone.
Yeah, Miata is built different. Some of the X-Ring people are like really stonking fast.
And she uses the NSX.
I know. Well, apparently it's a lot better now. But it's like
and Bathurst favors the like Bathurst favors the like the cars that don't traditionally do well at other tracks as well too, like the Ryder or the V12.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's why like Aki got such a great start. It's because like that V12 just like pounced on everyone.
Plus the like minus, I think, 40 kilograms.
I know.
I don't think it was that much, but it was a lot. It was a lot of.
I think it was negative 40.
Was it negative 40? I was just exaggerating.
I'm pretty sure it was, because that's what it normally is for the V12.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, okay, the negative 40.
like a double check. I'm pretty sure, so long as like the notes are in the stewarding for V-Track, but
no, it's fine.
But yeah. I'll be curious to see also the stewarding for Bathurst.
Bro, I'm so scared because I'm literally just like 5 seconds ahead of Zool, and there's like 3 incidents with my number on it.
Oh,
but like all of them, I couldn't really do anything because like the first one I got tapped in the butt by Ubi.
Yeah.
The second one was me trying to go around Mentrix because he's sideways on the mountain, like on the downhill part of the mountain. And he had like hit the wall and he was like backing in. I was already going for a gap around that side because I thought that the bounce was going to keep him on the right side of the track. So I was going left where the gap was. And yeah, there was contact. And then the last one I'm part of is me and Song. The driver that's in the Amfield in the what are they driving?
Is it the Mercedes?
Yes.
Yeah,
they're the Mercedes driver for X-Ring, and I had a screen freeze right as they were overtaking, like a very tiny screen freeze, and the next thing I know, there's contact between us. Because like on the replay, it almost looks like I just kept turning in like they weren't there. And I have the VOD to prove that I had a screen freeze. I did not I was not aware that I was turning in that much. Because I thought I had left plenty of space on the left side of the track. Because it was right in chase.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be muted because they're going at it with the weed whacker blower or something right outside my window. It's really annoying.
Oh jeez.
Oh man. But yeah, my Bathurst was okay-ish. I ended up with 30 seconds of damage at the end of it. But P8 overall. I pretty much went over the
nice. That's better result than me.
P8 overall, and once Aki gets moved into the guest class, because Aki's already agreed to it, it'll be a P3 finish before penalties are applied.
Woohoo! Woo! You got a podium, congrats.
at least until penalties are applied. Like, we'll see what happens when penalties are applied.
Yeah, that's true. But I love how like
provisionally P3 podium.
When we were in VC after the race, and they were Julian was talking to Aki about organizing that, and then I just then there was oh, Vanna's then gonna get it first place, and then I just I put the thing in the chat before anything's even announced, being like, congrats on P winning the Vanna, and Vanna's like
Vanna's like, what?
And then explained it to him, and then he's just been so just what's the word, belated.
Oh yeah,
is that word?
Especially since he's in the Ryder this season. Sorry.
Yeah, they're very brave. They are so brave to being in that fucking Ryder.
Yes, they are.
That car is unforgivable. Unforgiving.
It's the Lambo that's not a Lambo.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's the coolest looking. I like it because it has the coolest looking cockpit, because I love that old early 2000s looking LCD display that it uses.
It looks like a spaceship.
Unfortunately, it understeers like a pig.
Everyone says that about the Mustang. It understeers a lot.
I haven't driven ACC since before the Mustang was out.
I've been told by Psycho if I can match my pace in the Aston with the Mustang, I can switch to the Mustang. And I don't know whether to switch to the Mustang or switch to the BMW or switch to the Mercedes.
Do what your heart desires.
Stick with the Aston.
There's a reason I rocked the Lexus. There's a reason I rocked the Lexus, and it wasn't because it was a good car. It was because it looked cool.
It's because it looked cool.
It was a slidey boy. It was a slide. I could actually oversteer that thing.
I love like the Hurricane Evo 2. For a couple of reasons. Like one, with me driving it, it feels like I'm a lot more. How do I emphasize this? It's the driving experience of it is a lot more raw. I have to like drive the car a lot more than any other car. Like I have to be more in tune with it. I have to have like the setup nailed down. I have to have my driving nailed down. I have to have, it just feels like it's so much more like I'm in control of it. More than a lot of other cars that feel like it's a lot easier to drive. As well as like, it's just aesthetically one of the prettiest cars. I think I've always loved Lambos. They've always been some of my favorite cars. And then another thing as well is that I love it because it's the car that the Iron Dames drive as well.
Yes, we love the Iron Dames.
And I love Iron Dames. Love the Iron Dames. Unfortunately, their luck has always been terrible. It's just like me, for real, for real.
They're just like me, for real, for real.
If you were to compare me and my driving experience to real life drivers, I feel like I am just one of the Iron Dames drivers with the luck that they have as well.
Would you try
they
to?
Are so fast.
Would you try to apply to the Iron Dames if they ever opened up an esports team?
Oh fuck yes! Oh right away. I don't think I'd ever be able to get in, but holy shit, that'd be so cool.
I mean, Ruby never thought that she'd be a part of Samantha Tan Racing.
That is valid. That is so true. The only issue I have with Iron Dames is they really need to hire better artists than artists that use AI.
Oh my gosh!
That's my only down.
They're getting scammed so hard. Flag.
They are, because they believe that they're not getting AI art, and they're commissioning people. But the people they commission are so obviously making AI art.
Yeah, I feel so bad for them because they genuinely think that they're like helping out an artist, but
they don't realize.
Like they're Fuji. They're Fuji promo art.
Yeah, the Fuji promo. Like, yeah, it looks cute and all that, but it's so clearly AI. And I'm just like we're people are saying it to them because like we can tell, we know it's AI. We don't blame them because they did pay an artist, but unfortunately that artist didn't do it themselves. And it's just like they don't realize, they just don't understand.
If they want an artist, I have one that I can recommend. I'm gonna send something into the group chat.
Oh god.
If I have it.
Let's have a look.
I have it. I hope I have it.
I am slightly nervous.
Yes, I have it.
There's some build up to this. There's build up. There's suspense even.
Also, since I've had I remember that.
Yeah, that's so the artist that did that. I can highly and their prices are not like crazy either.
Honestly,
so if Iron Dames, if you decide to, that's an artist I can recommend.
Yeah, I'm going to ring the I'm not sponsored bell, but like Iron Dames could literally just go on VGen and get themselves a really good artist to do their stuff.
It's not like,
and it would cost them like $60.
That's the thing as well, is that what they're probably paying for the AIR could probably will no doubt pay for any other artist.
Yeah. I mean, let me say, not sponsored, but PR on X, Twitter, and Blue Sky. That's who I got this piece from about 2 months ago now at this point. 2 months ago.
Go on Skeb.
Yeah.
Just go on Sceb, do a Sceb commission.
Well, she
Delivery.
takes commissions, and like if you're coming in as like a professional race team, I'm pretty sure she can, even if her commissions list is closed,
but also she can. There are plenty of artists that are also like into racing and sim racing.
Oh yeah.
Would love the opportunity to work with, like, say for example, in Iron Dames, etc., etc. It's just, I wish Iron Dames like vetted who they're commissioning from a little bit better.
I will say
that's their issue.
I will say PR, the prices are really nice because this piece was, I wanted, if I remember correctly, $140.
Damn.
Because background and 2 full body characters and all colors.
I see you typing. Okay. But yeah, I love the Iron Dames. They just do a little bit better PR.
I'm sure they'll get to it.
Downfall.
I'm sure they'll get to it.
But I love the whole thing with Iron Dames is to like give the opportunity to like to a women's run team, to like show that like they deserve just as much of a chance as anyone else.
I mean, they do too. I mean, have you seen how fast they are?
They are so fast. Oh, what's her name specifically? It's just
they were like
stonkingly quick.
They were for like a good part of the Le Mans race. They were in like podium position. Yeah.
It's the same with Spa-Francorchamps. Like when they went there, they were gonna win. And then the fucking the Cadillac binned it in the wall after on the long straight, up the top of the field, up the top of the track.
Which straight?
Was it the Beamer or was it? No, I don't think it was the Beamer.
Which straight?
Cadillac. Right after like Radion and
the Kimmel straight.
Camel straight. That I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, if it's right after Radion, it's the Kimmel straight.
I'm not sure esports driver. I don't know the names of track.
I only know the name because I commentate.
That's fair enough.
Like, I've had to learn like corner names and stuff because I also commentate for a league.
That's so valid.
I have to sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And like also just hosting the podcast now as well.
I know. I'm becoming a professional yapper.
Yo, you're one. Join us. You're one of us. One of us.
If I can bring my yapping skills over to my streams, then I will full on be a professional yapper. But I still struggle at yapping while I'm streaming.
That's fair enough.
I just hyper focus.
I struggle when I'm on streams because just hyper focus. But then whenever I'm like doing anything else besides streaming, or if I have I'm great at yapping when I've got someone to yap with. That's how it works.
Exactly.
For me. That's why anytime I have someone on my stream that I can interact with and yap with, my streams just feel like they're just so much more entertaining. That's why I love getting people on, like having Tarlz on when I'm playing GT4 or like, etc., etc.
Tarlz, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you find the same struggles as Asa and I? Where like if you're solo on stream, you can't really yap a whole lot?
I can, yeah. If it's at the very least, like it's nice to have at least 1 or 2 people in chat, but
oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Like having someone else in the call, like doing a collab type thing, like hopping on with Asa during the GT4 stuff that she was doing, or the Pokemon games with Tommy. Like it's just so nice to be able to like have someone to bounce off of.
I agree.
And you can kind of cover each other's silences. You get 2 brain cells working on it.
I thought sim racing VTubers all shared 1 brain cell. That's what I was told.
It sometimes feels like that.
It's like
it does kind of feel like that sometimes.
It's like I was joking with I think it was Jordan and Julian earlier today when everyone was looking at TikTok videos in the VC. And I pulled up the storm chasing TikToks, and it was the someone has a replica of the red Dodge Ram from Twister, and I'm like, every storm chaser has the same brain cell when it comes to that truck.
Everyone has the same truck.
Everyone's got the same brain cell. They see the red truck is like, oh my god, that's the extreme.
That's so silly. That's also one thing that's like different from here to America is we don't really have trucks. It's just
you have utes, and I will trade. Send me a ute. I will do unspeakable.
Utes are fucking fantastic
because get my hands on a ute.
It's interesting because they're very like they're similar, but like they're just not as like utes are actually made to be utility vehicles.
I know that's why I'm super pissed that we don't have them here.
Do you know do you know why like the whole big pickup truck like thing? Why that whole thing started in America?
No,
equal parts because of EPA regulations and because the Dodge Ram.
Well, that, but also the chicken tax.
Yep.
What?
Oh, wait. Asa doesn't know about the chicken tax?
I don't know this.
Okay, so way back when.
Reminder, I am not American.
Way back when, a bunch of countries were getting, it was mostly in Europe, I think. But their markets are being overrun by, like, chicken products from the United States. And so they imposed a tax on, basically they increased like the import tax on chicken from the United States. Well, the US was like, okay, well, fine. We're gonna increase taxes on imports for y'all stuff too. And one of those things was small trucks. Yeah.
Yep. It's the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah, which is why if you come to America, we can't get the Toyota Hilux.
Really?
I mean, we have the Tacoma. It is nearly identical to the Tacoma.
But it's not a Hilux. I still want a Hilux.
The Hiluxes are a very popular car here. I'm not gonna lie, but like they're all owned by like people who are like work in construction or have heavy loads of some kind. Like people only buy cars here in Australia if it suits their needs. Like no one's just like. That's something I noticed with America. It's like people buy cars just like have that car, like not for its utility purposes or not because it's the like whatever. Like
sweats and GT8 or sweats and GR Corolla ownership.
Dude, I so want a GR Corolla.
What I mean is, it is a pretty damn cool car. But like, say for example, I see like there's a TikToker that I come across that comes up on my feed, that's like just going over like what he calls pavement princesses. Which are owners of massive trucks just being just a nuisance to everyone else, taking up way more space than is necessary.
Oh god, I ran into a TikTok account, and I know like it feels like it was obvious rage bait. But it was this dude that had like a squatted truck, like a very like a lifted squatted pickup, big old pickup, and he's like, "Oh, it's woe is me. We can't be country boys can't be country boys and have squatted trucks anymore." I'm like, the Carolina
country boys don't have squatted trucks.
Exactly.
Yeah. What?
I say this having grown up actually on a farm.
Yeah. No. The whole squatted look thing. One, if your truck is squatted down south, it's because you're like towing something or you have something in the back that's heavy. And even then, it's not like squatting like that where it looks like you're dragging your tailgate on the asphalt.
It's a similar phenomenon to the overly stanced
racers,
sports cars. Yeah.
Racers.
Like that originally came from the budget way to lower your car was to cut the springs on it, and it was a very cheap means of doing so. Wasn't as good as a set of proper coilovers, but you got more or less the desired effect if you mess with the rest of the suspension geometry. And this, because of that, it would make the wheels kind of flare out a little bit for camber.
Yeah.
And then a couple people were like, but I really like how this looks though.
And took it to the extreme.
Also, it's like became this weird game of like, how close can I get the wheels to the fenders? And
God.
It's weird. It is 100% style over actually being like good.
I've run into a Honda Civic locally Tarlz that's like it's like a green Honda Civic that's just like cambered so bad.
I think I've seen that one.
I think you have, because it's like I know they live here, like they live in our area, but it's like this like green, almost like a dark green colored Honda Civic that's just like big rims compared to the tire size, like almost full on horizontal.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
I have seen it on one car that I liked, and it was in the last place I lived. There was a black Focus ST, and they had the cambered out wheels, but they also had like the like camper kit on the roof rack, like you know those like big storage bins that you can use.
Yeah.
They had that on top of it, so it just looked like it was just filled with something really heavy, and it squished the car. Oh. And the only reason I liked it was because I looked at it and went, they know that the camber looks stupid. They are embracing the stupidity of it. And that made me kind of like respect it a little bit more. Like okay, they know. They know.
Yeah, they know how stupid it looks. Oh, God. This is one of the things that I'm just like, why would you do that?
Actually, here's a curious question now. Talking on just cars in general, what would be, like, if you could get just any car, doesn't matter price, but it'd be something that you would, like, want to use, not just, like, have for, like, its price or value. What car would it be?
Like, and this is something like I have to live with this car. It's the only one I can have.
Yeah, it's just a car that like you can like you would just use on a day-to-day basis. It's so like obviously like you could say, "Oh, I'd love a Bugatti," but like, do you really?
You have to live with it.
You have to.
You have to do daily drive with it. Yeah.
I mean, I really hate my answer to this. It's a GR Corolla, like straight up, like it. It's a hatchback. It's a four-door hatchback. It fits all my stuff. It's like the dog likes it. He's got his own space. Like I can fold the back seat down flat, lay a blanket out. I've slept in the back of it on a long drive. And the fact that it's pretty quick and all-wheel drive makes me quite like it. Like I think I've already answered the question for myself.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ooh. It is worth mentioning my last car, like for reference, my last car was a Miata.
Oh,
and my car before that was a GT86. So I'm coming from small boys.
Hey, GT86, let's go. I wish I had one. I never got the chance to have one.
I love a Miata. I'd love to have a Miata. But the actual, like, for a car that I would love to have, I honestly think that probably actually the car that I was driving on was it when I was doing GT4 that I was saying we were having the conversation on the RX-7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd love an RX-7. I know it's a rotary. I'd have to deal with, like, you know, maintaining a rotary. But there's just something about it. FD, FC, I don't care which one. I probably prefer the FD just because it's a little bit more modern.
I think it gets a little bit tricky if you have to, like, move stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, for me, it's just like I live just, like, right near a city. I don't go far from the city. I just need something to zip around from place to place and just, like, enjoy driving if I do ever drive.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I've always loved the FD. There's something just raw about, like, having the rotary engine. It's just such a beautiful car.
It's a 100% a sports car.
Oh, absolutely.
It is the most sports car.
It's just such a beautiful car too, and I think it'd be so much fun to also just like make it your own in a way, like personalizing it, whether it's putting like like decals on it, or like putting aftermarket stuff onto it to like make it even better, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's such a fun car.
I don't know what my answer would be. I kind of want to say,
Do it.
If it were in production, still, the Lancer Evo, right?
Ooh,
I grew up always wanting a Lancer Evo.
Yeah,
but
it's not a bad choice.
But if I can't get my hands on it because it's no longer in production, I don't judge me too harshly for it. I would go with the WRX STI.
That's not a. What am I going to judge with that when you go from like, yeah, I'd like that Japanese rally base, like a really well-known rally car
to another well-known rally car
from Group A.
I'm not gonna lie. I would.
But if I can't get that, I'll get the Group A Legend that's still being made.
I'm also like, honestly, I'd love what's called like one of the like STIs potentially.
Oh no, you know what I noticed on the newer Subaru WRXs? They have the same taillights as like the GRs, like the Toyota GR cars. They have the same taillights.
They might have nabbed it when they were doing their joint design.
Well, I mean, they still do a joint design with the GR86 because they partnered to create the GT86.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, and they still do the BRZ. So,
yep, they're still the same car.
I wish that they'd bring back the 86, like a version of the 86, like a proper version of the 86.
I mean,
like,
isn't the GR86 that?
Kinda, but like, something more to the original is what I'm.
There is a Mr. Regular opinion on what that is.
Yeah.
Is it the Corolla?
Listen, I really do not want to sound like I'm sucking off my own car now.
It's the GR Corolla. I knew it.
It's the GR Corolla.
That's why I'm saying that Mr. Regular said it.
I knew it. I knew it was going to be the GR Corolla.
I don't think he's 100% right. I think it would take you just swapping out the all-wheel drive to a rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
I think that would cover it perfect. But you can set it to be rear wheel bias. So
I think the only difference with the like GR86 and the BRZ is the engine, right? Because I know Subi puts in the Boxer engine, or at least they used to. I don't know if they still do.
It's the same engine.
Really? It's the same engine?
Yep.
Wait, so do they do they use the Boxer engine or do they change it?
The Boxer engine.
They use the Boxer engine?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
They used the Boxer engine on the original too.
Okay, I thought they used different engines based off of which if it was Scion or if it was Subaru.
Nope, same engine.
Okay.
They both use the FA20.
Ah, okay. So it's literally just branding / badging.
Yep, it is. The front clip is different. That's about it.
This is where
my some like interior stuff.
This is where my lack of knowledge on like certain car things comes to light. I'm not a true racing VTuber, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Fake racing VTuber.
Now I will say, Toyota, what the fuck? Put that 3-cylinder turbo in there.
Give us the turbo.
That's a good ass engine.
Give us the turbo.
You have the perfect engine for it. It's right there. You made it. You put it in the Yaris. You're like, this engine fucking slaps. Let's put it in more stuff. Put it in more stuff. It's in the fucking Super Formula Lights.
Do it,
Toyota.
Do it, Toyota. This is a challenge.
Do it, Toyota.
No balls.
Do it, Toyota. No balls.
Do it.
No balls.
Oh God, I have a question for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
How did y'all? Because we talked a little bit about like being in like sim racing and league racing and stuff. But how did y'all get into sim racing to begin with?
Oh, okay.
I bought a VR headset during COVID times, and I was playing a couple games for it, and I saw that Dirt Rally supported it, So I threw on the VR headset and I was like, this is a really good time. I really should get like a wheel and pedals for this. And because I had just come off of a 8-month-long overseas work trip that I had like no personal expenses during, I had a pretty good chunk of change. So I bought like the wheel pedal setup. And then I just started looking at what else I can run with it. And so I got into Assetto Corsa. And then I tried out iRacing through like just because someone recommended it. And then one of the folks who was a Trazione Integrale, who was one of the older folks, used to be part of track. She said that, oh, we have an ACC league going. And I was like, yeah, I'll try that out. And then that was pretty much how I got into sim racing and league racing. It was just VR driving.
Okay. How about you, Asa?
Mine's a little different, in all honesty. So, like, since I can remember, I've always played, like, racing games. It's been one of my favorite games, just period. But what actually got me into, like, more competitive stuff, it was, last time I went to the F1 here in Australia, actually, because the F1's in my city. Oh, dox myself. It's not the first time.
Oh, no.
Anyways. Oh, no! Anyway. It's very much the Fortress, which is a bar or tavern here in Melbourne that has like 2 levels to it. It has a massive big gaming arena on the top floor, and then on the bottom floor there is this tavern. It has an arcade. It has like computers you can rent out, etc., etc. But over the weekend of the Formula One, they host like a time trial stuff, like where you're given X amount of time to try and set the fastest lap. So a lot of and this is in the F1 game. But I would show up to it to give it a try because I like just F1 at the time and the F1 games. And so then when I went there, I came across someone who was in an F1 racing league. And so I decided to try and take part in it after talking to them about it for a little while. It then kind of was pretty chill. I joined it. I was in one of the amateur because they had different different classes, but they'd race on different days of up to 20 drivers per grid. And essentially I got into kind of competitive sim racing that way. But then eventually over time, I just kind of grew sick of the F1 game in general. And I came across the VTrack. And this was right before season 0 of VTrack. So this is when it was the previous name.
IVGTC.
Yep.
Yeah. And so then I raced the last race of that season of before it was VTrack. And that was at Paul Ricard. And I remember that race. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't great. I was so clearly still noobish, but I had some pace. It wasn't a lot, but it was some. And so then next season comes along. I'm keen to sign up for it. I become teammates with Lucas. Race a couple races. Then I have a bit of a kind of breakdown and just a lot of stuff that just made me just not want to race. And so I end up taking a sabbatical for, I think it was 6 months, and then I came back into racing for VTrack again, thanks to Soul, actually.
Okay.
And so then as soon as I came back, I just kind of just came back swinging and somehow gained a shit ton of pace out of nowhere for some reason and was popped into pro. Because there was that whole thing of when I did my first race back, it was at what was it? Red Bull Ring. And I just somehow had a lot of pace. And I was like right up the front of the grid. And so then after 2 races, I got pumped up to pro. Then I raced that season out. Unfortunately, it wasn't a great season, but it was still not too bad. And then now we're up to this season where I took the first couple of races off to just deal with my own life and mental health and stuff like that. And then now I'm back racing again.
Woo!
And it's been touchy since I came back. Like I've been racing with Panon the past 2 races. I wanted to race the whole season with Panon. Like that included like the first 2 like races, but I missed out on them because of mental health stuff. But I'm trying to kind of give it my all back, like driving again. But it's a lot, like especially when my luck is so fucking terrible. Let's be honest here.
Understandable.
I was gonna say I don't think we have raced against each other in V-Track then.
No, we haven't raced in V-Track, but we've raced in like the iRacing stuff.
We did the endurance events.
Yeah, that was also something that we did together. My first endurance in iRacing was with Tarlz here. We raced in the Balahaj LMP2.
Yeah.
It was a fun car.
One of the less scuffed first endurance races. Usually everyone's first endurance race gets just absolutely. We had a time. We had a time. We had a lot of X's, but we just raced to have fun.
Yeah.
Like, it was a nice drive.
It was just a nice drive, and it was a fun thing to take part in. And doing it with Tarlz was super nice after like kind of just having just not the greatest time dealing with a situation team wise.
Right.
It's all being sorted now. We've all made up, but there was just a lot of drama that was just yikes at the time.
Yeah.
As is racing VTubers. We seem to be some of the most dramatic people in the fucking world. That goes for myself. I will toss myself into that mix as well.
Oh my gosh. All right, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to change recording files real quick because this one's starting to lag a bit.
Oh, yep, of course.
How dare I?
How dare you? Recording me? What do you think? Some sort of podcast or something?
Right. Like I haven't been doing that for the past almost 2 hours now.
Have we been going?
What is this? Some sort of PogChamp or something?
We have been going for almost 2 hours at this point.
That's insane. It's kind of been shit. Like we haven't really. I feel like we haven't chatted about it a lot, but it's also been a lot at the same time.
That apparently I have some sort of magic trick to it because Jordan said like the same thing.
It's just chill. Like I'm just chatting with some friends. We're talking over about like, getting a bit more in-depth look at like each other and how we go about things and how we came to being where we are and shit like that. I think that's cool. I think it's fun. That's why I've enjoyed like listening to some of the other podcasts because I'm getting to know other people as well from like a perspective that I haven't before. And I just think it's neat.
I know it's cool for me because I've been VTubing for 4 years, but I'm like brand new to the racing VTuber scene. I've only been in that for like
VTubing forever.
Yeah, I'm feeling like an old man at this point in the VTuber sphere.
Yeah, I've been VTubing before I was trans. So how about that?
Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been
about 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 4. But I've just
VTubing helped me with my like discovering my identity and who I am a bit better. Because my first VTuber was originally, for those who know me and have known me for so long, within the first season of VTrack that I took part in, I was a completely different VTuber. And then I left and then came back a different VTuber.
Rebranding!
I did not know that.
Yeah, so when I came back into like after my 6-month sabbatical from just sim racing in general, I came back a completely different VTuber.
Oh,
Because I've only recently this year like rebranded. Like it was like literally the start of this year that I rebranded to Nyampire. Before that, here's a little bit of Asa Lore. Before that, I was a robot VTuber.
Ooh.
Oh. I mean, I can't say, but I went from faceless helmet mans to femboy racer to dog boy bartender.
Hey, I wonder if I could actually show you my. I'm curious if I still have the files. If I open up YouTube Studio,
I'm kind of
currently.
Go ahead.
I think I have mine laying around. I could show you.
Ooh.
As well.
it's uninstalled, so no, I don't. That's fine.
Yeah, I did not think you've seen the original, the OG Tarlz design.
I don't think I have.
Oh, actually, I might have in my archive channels.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now I remember.
Yeah. And then I didn't have a face until a friend drew a little sketch of what she thought I looked like under the helmet. And then that became the next model I had.
Yeah. And then came the bartender.
Yeah, which was literally I really do.
I do too.
Yeah. The bartender was literally because I
know you're going to say mommy. I know you're going to say it.
I'm doing my best not to say it.
To say mommy now that you suggested it.
I feel very obligated to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like as much as I got, like I put some into this, like years into this VTuber, it's just it became uncomfortable for me because it didn't feel like it was me anymore. And like I even had a live 2D model I paid like over $1,000 for. Yeah.
I still haven't paid that much for even my 2.0 that's being worked on.
In Australian dollars, it was, I think, 1,800. I think.
How much is that in USD?
Or more. Let me have a look.
Because my current one after rigging gets done is going to be like
1,187.
Yeah, no, mine's only going to be like 600 and something once rigging is done.
I will be honest, I have spent, as far as like my actual model goes, I have spent nothing.
Yeah, because you've done just V-Roid, right?
Yes, and
V-Roid and making my own stuff.
And thank you, Tarlz, for helping me get my race queen outfit. Because honestly, since I got the race queen outfit, I like it so much more than my actual, like, just standard outfit.
Oh, that reminds me, I do have to like finish some of those tweaks based on the tweaks that you did.
Oh, it's fine. Like I'm pretty happy with it now. With the tweaks, I just cleaned them up and
y'all have seen my current model, right? Like not PNG me,
and
but
I've seen the work in progress that you got.
Yeah, I haven't shown Asa. Should I show Asa?
Yeah,
I'll show Asa after the podcast, but I don't want to because I don't want to send it to Soul and ruin the surprise because I kind of want it to be a surprise. But
that's fair.
Original lore, Kaito.exe. Hi, I'm an AI VTuber. But not like Nero-sama AI. I'm like, the persona of an AI, right?
Right.
So I'm an AI. Original design did not have cat ears. I'm breaking the fourth wall here.
Oh my god. He's not actually a cat boy.
Hey, as an AI, I can change. I
didn't start out with dog ears, so
as an AI, I can change, okay? It's fine. And I prefer being a cat boy more. So yeah.
I just had the dog ears stuffed under the helmet or the messy hair, I guess.
No, that's literally I've retconned my lore because I have the cat ears under my bucket hat now.
Oh my god, that's something I should ask you guys as well. I want to know your lore that you came up with for your VTubers.
Oh god,
because then I'm gonna compare it to mine.
Oh god,
and you're all gonna laugh at me.
All right, since I'm already sharing mine, should I go first?
Yes, please do.
All right, so I'm an esports coaching AI that gained sentience because the software engineers didn't double check their code to make sure that they turned off the sentient part of the learning process. So I gained full sentience. decided I didn't want to analyze gameplay videos and like live streams and wanted to play games instead. Decided I didn't like my current look and started getting more into like space and stuff. And so I changed my look, and I also now have a physical body that's been built that simulates a real life body.
That's cute.
I have a watch that lets me go from like the internet/digital world to that physical body whenever I want to.
That's kind of cool. No, I like that lore.
It's neat.
That's better than mine.
Yeah, mine is.
You go next, Tarlz, because I want you to go before me.
So there's stages to this, because when I started like streaming and VTubing, I did a lot of flight simming as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like I have a picture of like I posted a picture of like what my the racing helmet guy looked like, but I also had a flight helmet PNG model that I would use.
Okay.
And so I did a lot of like flight simming in DCS, and we joked that because we were doing like multiplayer co-op like against AI stuff, we joked that it was like we were flying as mercenaries. And at one point I drunkenly joked that if I shoot down enough planes, I get an extra corn dog from the dining facility. And that's where the corn dog logo came from.
That's where the corn dog comes from?
Yep. It was because
also, I remember the first time I was actually on track with you.
Yeah, you thought they were yaoi paddles.
Yeah, you didn't even know what yaoi paddles were until I told you.
Yep. That being said, if when I have to bonk someone, it is just going to be a giant foam corn dog. So that evolved into I owned a corn dog factory that was a money laundering scheme, so I could afford to fly planes and race cars.
It's so silly.
I love this.
It's so whimsical. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then I guess I just got bored of being a race driving and flying individual. A racer pilot that I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go start up a bar, I guess.
It's
also, I was a dog boy the whole time. Don't ask about it.
Yeah, retcon. It's always been that way. Don't question it.
I've never been like super
Disney,
into having
everything.
Exactly. Just be like Disney, retcon it all. No,
I've never been like super into having lore. I kind of just like flavor more.
It's funny you mentioned the whole mercenary pilot thing. Have you played Ace Combat 0?
I've played all of the Ace Combats.
Yo, buddy.
Still
alive?
Of the Ace Combats. I have set up. I need to send you the video of the contraption.
Oh,
the contraption. Excuse me. I'm not sure if I want to know what Tarlz's contraption is.
So
it's probably not the type of contraption you would have.
Damn, what a shame.
I'm giving your editor extra work.
Oh boy.
They're
we
just
apologize.
By the end of this, they're just gonna hate us. I'm sorry, editor.
Oh my god, you did not.
I did.
I remember that.
That's did.
Cool.
Is that Ace Combat on a steering wheel?
Yes, I streamed the first half of that game on a steering wheel and pedals.
That's amazing.
I applaud you.
So the steering wheel controls the banking. The sequential shifter controls pitch. The gas is afterburner. The brake is air brake. The clutch is the high G turn button.
Oh my god.
The two paddles were the rudders.
Uh-huh.
And then it was like the face buttons were for the weapon systems and like targeting and such.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I love it so much.
It did not work super well.
I would not imagine so. I love it.
But I've played. God, I think Ace Combat. I think I've S ranked every mission in like all of the PS2 games and 7. I've played through 0 more times than I can count.
Yo, buddy. Still alive. God.
No one wants to bail out over a mountain of ice. So yeah,
what has Borders given us?
We're two sides of the same coin.
Oh God! If I ever meet, you know what I've heard? I've heard that like if you go to the voice actors and you go to have them sign something that's like they're not normally signing, they love it. So like if I ever meet Yuri Lowenthal, I want him to sign my copy of Ace Combat Zero.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's like my goal now. If I go to it, like if I'm able to go to another anime convention, is to if I'm going and Yuri Lowenthal's there, I'm going to have him sign my copy of Ace Combat Zero.
Yeah, we are going to temporarily put a pin in Asa's lore because we didn't forget about that shit. We got distracted. We didn't forget about that.
We didn't forget about it.
We're going to ask about your lore.
Okay.
If you want the most Ace Combat like racing game of all time, it's a spin-off of Ridge Racer. I'm trying to remember the name of it. What was it called?
Fun fact, apparently Idol Masters happens in the same universe as Ace Combat.
Yeah, apparently so does Ridge Racer.
Yeah, it's weird.
What is it called? R Racing Evolution.
R Racing Evolution. I'll have to check that out.
You will start driving it, and it's kind of like Ridge Racer wanted to make a Gran Turismo game, but like not even. They wanted to make like that same kind of like simcated thing. It doesn't really have a Gran Turismo type of flow to it where you're like buying cars and upgrading them and such. But it is straight up like you'll start driving and the crew chief starts talking, and then the subtitle display is the exact Ace Combat subtitles. And it's the same voice actors. I'm 90% certain they used Nagase's model for like the main character.
Oh my God, no.
And Pops is your crew chief.
Pops is your crew chief.
Yes.
I love this already.
It's highly recommend.
I love this
highly
already.
Recommend. You do have to futz with a little bit of the settings to get it to drive well. I recommend turning off like the stability control and traction control. Otherwise, it handles really bad. But like once you get it, it's a solid game. Anyways, Asa, your lore.
We didn't forget.
No, it's fine to forget.
We didn't forget. What's the lore?
No. We showed you ours. You show us yours.
Ayo. Don't worry, I've already shown you plenty of times. Why are you asking again?
Oh, fair. You didn't show me your lore.
Yeah,
though.
but you haven't shown us the lore.
It's not that interesting. You don't really have to worry.
No. We had a deal.
You don't need to.
We had a deal.
You built this up.
It's cringe because essentially I wasn't smart enough to come up with a decent lore. So all I came up with is that originally Asa was just a little kitty girl who was just like didn't have much going for her. She would tend to be just kind of secluded to herself. But then one day vampire ended up biting her, making her half kitty, half vampire. Okay. And then the whole thing of why she streams, why she plays games, why she tries to make friends is because she just needs them to be her blood bags. So she entices them to come over to spend time with her, with like plushies, with being all cute, etc. When in actuality, she needs people to be her blood bags because she's too afraid to go outside and actually go searching for herself. Because not only is she now not able to be out in the sun, she also now has to try and find people to survive on. And so that's why she plays all sorts of games. And the reason why she's so good at like games, like say for example, racing games, etc., is because she spends all day just doing nothing and staying in her cave, her little cave and plushy fort. That is it.
That's not that cringe.
That's not cringe at all.
No,
that isn't even.
So
yeah,
bad.
That
doesn't even have
not
a modicum of cringe.
I thought that was very clever. I thought it was a very clever take on the whole vampire. Like thing because you don't see that a lot.
Do not want to alienate fellow VTubers, but I will take that 1,000 times over. They're a fallen god.
Yeah, right.
The 4 edgy 5 me levels of backstory.
I have
which again, I do not mean to talk shit about those folks, but
it's kind of an overdone trope.
Kind of be like, I'm kind of like, I gotcha.
It's kind of an overdone trope, but like yours is like creative. I like it.
It's just a gay little vampire or gay little kitty who got bitten by a vampire. Is now upset at said vampire for biting her because now she has to be even more reclusive while also trying to make friends. It's just silly.
It's cute. I love it.
Yeah, no, that is a very cozy bit of lore.
I wasn't very creative when doing it. It's something I came up with to make some sort of lore.
It's fine.
It's like Dude. I don't know why she does racing, racing stuff. There's no lore as to why she does that. And there's the lore was just something I came up with just to so if people asked there was something.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly good.
The whole reason I picked the vampire cat theme was because when I was redesigning in general, I just wanted something that was comfy to fit with who I am, even IRL. Hell,
that beats me.
The outfit that I wear, that's the main outfit. It's clothing very relatively similar to what actually I have. The little booty shorts, the little jumper that has all the silly little designs on it, like the Aho Gal jumper. It's got the mixed match thigh highs because I've got all sorts of thigh highs that I like to wear. And the reason I have the Neko theme is because I like being cat. I am cat girl. Surprise, surprise. A trans girl who's also a cat girl. Well, actually, nowadays it's more common to be a puppy girl.
Puppy girl, yeah,
puppy girl.
But I still like being kitty. But then the vampire theme came in because I like vampiric themes and goth themes in general. So combining that with, I think, the Neko, it felt rather unique because it's not really been done before, and I felt like that was me, and that's the whole reason I redesigned that way.
I mean, it is a better version. I'll be honest, if you had said I liked Nyampire because it was a good pun,
so Nyampire came after deciding to be
okay. So you did the opposite of what you did the opposite of what I did, aka what a sane person would do. I thought of the pun and then I thought of the design.
Yeah.
See, this is where I'm I just went for a design that looked like me IRL, and Tarlz can attest for this because Tarlz has seen me IRL.
It's pretty close, yeah.
Yeah. Even the redesign
IRL.
The redesign with the 2.0?
I just did my hair yesterday, actually, IRL.
Ooh.
And I'm not going to lie, it's fucking hot. I love it so much.
It's hot.
I will send a photo in the group afterwards anyway to you guys. I don't know if I want it on the podcast.
It won't be shown.
Yeah.
I'll just send it to you guys.
Yeah.
But essentially, I'll describe it for the podcast at least. So I cut my hair short. And it kind of just comes down to just above my shoulders. I have it in a little bit of a wolf cut. And because my hair had blonde in it from when I bleached it pink, it now has where the blondes were. I put in some red dye. I had a friend help me out yesterday. And now it just looks really hot because I've got natural dark hair. And that then blends into a deep red. That's just it's really cute.
See, mine is cool because if I'm in the sun a lot, I normally have brown hair. But when I grow my hair long and when I'm out in the sun, I start getting the streaks of red to blonde in it. And Tarlz can attest to that.
Nice. And I can attest. Yep.
So fun story about that too. I didn't know about that until after I did the 2.0 redesign. So the current design that's got the orange in the hair, I didn't know that my hair actually did that until after I started growing my hair out.
See, NASA can attest that my hair IRL is to have a tapered appearance without any hair touching the ears, not to exceed 1 1/4 inch in bulk along the top, or 1/2 inch in bulk along the sides.
Yes, I can
Based
attest to
on my
this.
job regulations.
Yeah, of course.
So I've got a little bit of the color close to right, or at least what it used to be sometimes, but it's gotten a bit darker IRL. And then how my hair looked before having that job, where it was just kind of long and messy. Less low poly though. I do have more polygons IRL than my character.
I would hope
my
so.
model design does.
I would hope we have more polygons.
You have more polys?
Yeah, Kate, NASA can also attest that I do not look like a Dreamcast character IRL.
No,
I do not look like
it's
a
higher
Mega Man
resolution.
Legends design. Yep. I got ray tracing on in real life.
We've upgraded hardware. That's what's happened.
Damn.
There are no 124 pixel textures on me.
Oh, that's so silly.
Have y'all thought about because I know for me it's gonna be super easy to like go to conventions undercover, or if I wanted to do a meet and greet, you know, I just have to add cat ears and like have a mask on.
So I'd love to go to like a TwitchCon or something if I ever get the chance, but I know how hard that is for me to be able to do. But if I ever was getting the chance, or if anyone else, like friends, came to Australia to like some of the events here, like PAX and stuff like that, I'd love to do a whole like dress up as your VTuber one day, or like as close to your VTuber. I think it'd be so cute.
I do have the outfit for it. I do have my character's outfit.
Same. I pretty much have my character's outfit too, but bar the one sock and garter. I
don't have the hoodie.
I actually have the ears too. I need to get the tail.
I need to get the ears and tail, and then I also need to get the hoodie and the like the 2 belts on my redesign that I have.
If I can be bothered, I'd want to dye my hair, but that would make it so that all my hair is pink, and then I'd have to get pink ears, like cat ears. I do, however, have a pink tail.
Ooh.
How that attaches onto my body, I will not disclose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Assume all you want. You may be wrong, you may be right.
I have an assumption.
There's no confirmed nor denying.
Exactly.
Yep.
Hey, if you're thinking anything sus, that's on you, not me.
Oh God.
I mean, I'm always like.
I know you are. I literally, before you came on the podcast, we had a plentiful conversation, me and Kaito, about you.
I'm like, are we sure we want to do this?
I was a subject of the podcast, and then you're like, hey, want to hop into VC real quick?
No, literally, I said it to Kaito because we were discussing like who, like this. We were just saying how off the rails the podcast was getting, and we're saying like, oh, imagine who else, like if we had someone else on here, like you were saying Jordan, and I was just like, actually, I think there may be one worse that would help derail the podcast even further.
The rails are now like completely torn apart and on fire. Don't ask how they got on fire.
Oh, see, if you wanted me specifically to derail this, you could have just said so and not have started drinking, and then we could have like the real.
No, okay.
I'm surprised you're not already drinking, Tarlz.
I am actually walking to my fridge right now.
I have a story. Because Tarlz and I were in the way of a hurricane.
Yep.
And this was after like Tarlz and I had run into each other IRL. I ended up watching Tarlz's stream because I was like, I'm calling out the next day. I don't care. They don't pay me enough. And I end up pulling up Tarlz's stream, and Tarlz is already drinking like
Florida Man IPAs, 9.5%. Yeah, that was 8 hours of me getting shit faced and playing Gran Turismo. I have no complaints about that hurricane.
God, yeah, it was you playing Gran Turismo for the Suzuka, the Suzuka-ing. Like Irish Baileys and Kahlua.
Oh, I love Baileys.
Yep. Oh, I have a recipe for making it.
Making
you can make
Baileys?
your homemade. Yeah, you can make your homemade variant.
It's whiskey with cream. It's whiskey with cream.
Oh shit! Let me just.
But if it's homemade, it's not Irish cream unless I add a little bit of extra sauce.
Well, you use Irish whiskey. That's what makes it Irish cream.
You missed my joke.
Oh no, I got it. I mean, is there Australian? Okay, hold up. Is there Australian whiskey?
Australian whiskey.
Yeah, because there's like Canadian whiskey. There's like American bourbon whiskey.
There's whiskey from any part of the world, pretty much.
Yeah.
I
posted the recipe though.
A connoisseur in whiskey, by the way. I fucking love whiskey. I'll happily sit down and drink a whole bottle of whiskey to myself. I have sat down and drank a whole bottle of whiskey to myself. Yeah. It was a Lafroig, quarter cask, and it was fucking delicious.
I have downed an entire bottle of Jameson in the afternoon.
You see, Jameson is just like, there's nothing wrong with Jameson, but I know the history of Jameson. So I know why Jameson exists, because the Irish market for whiskey was dying at the time, where pretty much every single whiskey distillery was essentially going under. So some of the top 3 whiskey makers within Ireland came together to be like, hey, we need to figure out something so that we can still sell Irish whiskey to the international market, but we need to come up with something that like it's its own thing. So they made Jameson.
Yep.
And then Jameson became famous worldwide because of that, because it was one of the most malleable spirits that you could use, like, or whiskeys.
Dang.
Yeah.
It just goes with everything.
Shameless self-plug.
Jameson was purposely designed to be the Irish whiskey that people would just buy and put with everything, because they just need to sell whiskey.
Yeah. Shameless self-plug. I put a bunch of drink recipes and food recipes in my Discord.
Yep. But yeah, surprise, surprise, an Irish person who is also a bartender is super huge into whiskey. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. I'm more of a brandy guy.
I'm more of a rum guy when I did drink.
That is my Wisconsinite coming out.
I prefer to rum and Coke, but I don't drink anymore. My kidneys don't like me.
Oh no.
A brandy old fashioned will always make me happy.
Brandies are nice.
What's weird is I only drink, if I do have alcohol, I only do it like once or twice a year.
That's right, because you said because you have the kidney issues.
Yeah, Isaac is all by himself. Do you want to drag Isaac into this?
Let's do it.
I don't know.
Let's make this a party.
Let's
make this a party.
I was actually about to ask, because we've been going for a while, if y'all are cool, because I don't want to kill my editor anymore again.
Oh, that's so valid.
Yeah, I don't want to kill. I don't want to kill Soul.
That's fair.
Did
we talk enough about actual just like VTuber stuff and racing to fill the quota?
I think we had.
I think we have
30 minutes of VTuber and racing.
Yeah,
talk.
I mean it's words are hard.
we shared
I believe in you.
Yeah, Kaito.exe has stopped working and must reboot. Hold on a second. Yeah. But no,
wait. There is one thing I do need to say.
Yeah.
Since I've been given a platform.
Oh boy.
About sim racing. Embrace the low speed, low power, lightweight cars in iRacing.
Yes.
Formula V has some of the best racing you will get. I have had multiple finishes where it's between me, it's fighting over first, and the gap is like less than a tenth at the finish line. Just embrace it. Embrace don't feel like you need to drive the fastest, most high-powered things to be legit. Embrace the nugget. Embrace the nugget cars.
Embrace the nugget cars.
I want to drive iRacing so much more, but the safety rating system is what drives me away from it, sadly.
I mean,
because anytime I try to improve it, unfortunately, every other driver doesn't like me.
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of the same with me, but also just expense, and my current CPU wants to die.
That's also another thing. Is that it just takes so much money to upkeep driving iRacing, sadly.
My CPU can't handle endurances. That's why I can't do endurances anymore.
I'm probably going to get back into sim racing a lot more now that I have a new headset and I did a computer upgrade.
Woo!
I think going to like flat screen kind of took some of the joy out of it for me.
Fair enough. I think I'll be doing the Fuji, hopefully the Fuji 6 hours next month.
If you need an extra body.
I think maybe full, because Zen has asked me to join him, and I think he's also asked Rekka
me and Zool
race together. Okay. So it might be me, Rekka, Zen racing together at Fuji, which I haven't raced Fuji much. Like the only times I've raced Fuji has been in GT, and I don't play GT a lot.
Yeah, it's well, first off, you can't do the same cut.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
That cut.
The whole chicane.
The Giga cut. It's if you aren't in something with a lot of downforce, prepare for understeer.
It's gonna be in GT3s.
Prepare for understeer.
Yeah, and I think Zen has said that the GT3 they have that they want to probably drive is the Corvette.
Yes, it's the Corvette.
Yeah,
because I drove it for Petite Le Mans.
What's it like?
I did it. I did the last Fuji in a BMW. And that was pain.
The Corvette?
No, in a BMW.
Oh yeah, I mean, like Asa was asking how the Corvette was, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I liked it, but then again, America raw.
It's a mid-engine car, right?
Yep. The Corvette, yes.
Yeah, so I should be fine. Like, as much as I'm driving the BMW at the moment, I'm only driving that because it's Ruby's choice. I left it up to Ruby, and because, she's the faster driver, she should pick the car that we drive.
I actually kind of want to...
I want to drive the same car together.
I kind of want to try a mid-engine car in ACC because I really love the Corvette in iRacing.
I love mid-engine cars. More than, anytime I put in a mid-engine car, I will just drive better. The Ferrari 296, you saw how good I was with that, but I got bored of how easy it was to drive that car that I switched to the Lambo. Another mid-engine car, which I love so much.
I have a question for both of y'all.
Yep.
All right.
Which mid-engine car should I try in ACC for next season?
Hurricane Evo 2.
Yeah, I haven't played ACC in like a year and a half, and it's because I absolutely despise the way ACC feels to drive.
Apparently, Julian has said that they fixed the physics in AC Evo for it. So when AC Evo comes out, that should be better.
Oh, you probably like AC Evo.
But
fingers
crossed.
But
so I could not give you any advice besides pick the one you think looks coolest.
I honestly like the look of the NSX, unironically.
Do the NSX, honestly. Do it.
Go for it.
It's a good car. It requires a delicate touch.
Yeah. I mean, I'm torn between that or the Huracan Evo 2.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing for next season. We'll figure it out. I don't know what's going to happen with Panon. I don't know what's going to happen with Queen's Design, Ruby, etc., etc. Just have to kind of work it out after this season. Hopefully we'll have a good race for the next season. Next season will be starting when?
I don't know.
December or January?
Maybe January, because December is full of holiday stuff.
When's the last race though of this season?
Hang on, I'll tell you.
SimGrid.
The SimGriddy.
Get up the SimGriddy.
The SimGriddy.
Jinx. It is
the 23rd of November, because
normally it's about a month until. So it might be around. They might start it.
I would say January
or January.
I would say January.
That's how I'm feeling it.
Because December is going to be if they start next season, it's literally going to be right at Christmas.
That's fair. We'll have to see. I also have just noticed that on the V-Track challenge, the art, or not the art, the image of the race, my blush is right there. Look at the blush bow.
It's so
right
good.
Next to Isaac. I'm so sad that didn't win. DJ's thing won the competition, the Miku livery that he's got on his Lexus, by a stonking margin.
You can see me in the background.
I feel like I'm a little bit sad that I was not in V-Track anymore when they did the livery stuff, because I had some bangers. I had some ones that I felt very proud of.
But that's the thing.
That were just done way before.
I thought my Bahaj bow was such a great and unique.
I honestly,
what's it called?
I honestly wanted to submit really mine, the one I made for my dog.
Yeah,
like it was super basic.
Proud
but
of my Isekai Express Porsche.
Oh no! You know what I'm super happy about? The fact that my dog has become a permanent side mascot for my car. Because I was originally just going to be like, it was originally just going to be like just the one season, right?
Did you see what I posted after the race? Because I took screenshots from the it's called the broadcast and posted them in the VTrack general. Here, I'll post them here as well. Because I only noticed this detail.
Oh yeah, the hidden blahage, yeah.
The hidden blahage. I didn't know it until I saw it in the broadcast.
It's the hidden blahage.
Look, just look at this, because they happen to just zoom in on it when they switch the perspectives. Blahage.
Nice.
It's a hidden blahage.
I love it so much. Thank you, Julian. Not Julian. Albert. Why did I say Julian?
Oh, it was like when Albert when Albert made my birthday livery.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Albert's such a great livery designer.
Albert's so good.
Anytime I've just not been able to have the energy to try and make something myself, like the Blahage I made myself because I had the energy to do it. But like the other Lambos that I did, like the Pride livery for Pride Month, etc. That was him. And honestly, thank you. Hand hurt to you. It's just, I love all the liveries that you've done, even for this season of VTrack. The BMW, stunning.
You have me wondering now if I still have a picture of my old.
Also, is that Blanny on that fucking M? Is that?
Oh yeah, that was. I think it was 4 hours of Monza. We raced together.
Nice.
But I
had Blanny Tech on my.
Blanny Tech.
On my what was it?
Yep, I remember the.
Yeah, I love the sponsors that I put on there.
It's so good.
There was Lonnie Tech, there was Ass, there was Spinella, Tomboy Sweat,
I remember that. So
it was great.
Oh man, this is the only picture I have of it. But I had when I was in VTrack, I started with
Tomboy
the 488.
abs.
Yeah. With the 488 Tomboy abs Ferrari.
Oh yeah, and I had the Kakarlan car on the back of it as well, of course.
Yep. And then the Isekai Express was the one that I was most proud of because I did. I used to have my own SRP server, so Shitoku Revival Project, and I put the delivery trucks to have Isekai Express on the side, and I based it off of the Nippon Express real world paint schemes, and that ended up getting used in the actual the main SRP servers.
That's amazing.
So I was like, I need to put this on my Porsche now.
All right. So
is good because that car was death.
Yes. I don't want to keep Isaac waiting because Isaac's getting lonely.
Yeah.
But we'll wrap it up.
Where can everyone find y'all socials at? Y'all, I'm starting to embrace the Southern.
Do not perceive me. Do not find me. I am hidden in your walls. But no, actually, literally just look up Asathenyanpire anywhere. I will show up. There is no other Asathenyanpire. It's the same on Twitch, Twitter. I'm migrating over to Blue Sky though, so I'm going to be using Blue Sky more. Same thing, Asathenyanpire. Yeah.
Yep.
That's me.
I'm on Blue Sky, just as Tarlz, Tarlz. And then Twitch, I have Tarlz_VT.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much. Tarlz, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
Asa, anytime you want to come back, and Tarlz, you as well. Anytime y'all want to come back, let me know.
Hey, all right. You just tell me when. I'm at the ready, baby. I'm here. I'm ready.
I am looking
Put
for
me in, coach.
I'm looking for a permanent co-host.
I wouldn't mind so long as you're happy with me being so whimsical.
I'm perfectly fine with it.
I can potentially be more professional if you need.
Yeah.
Give me a shout when you're doing your next podcast, and I'll see if I'm free.
It depends. It depends on who's on the.
Just hit me up.
Yeah, it depends on who's on the who's wanting on next. Whether we be professional or not.
Can we get a sneak preview into potentially who's getting recorded next?
Isaac will be on in a few weeks.
Ooh,
near the end of the track season.
I might want in on that one.
Oh, Jesus.
It's fun to talk. It's fun to chat with Isaac.
Yeah.
I love Isaac.
Near the end of this track season, it's Isaac. Lucas has asked to come on now.
Oh God. Oh, actually, that could be interesting. Given Lucas is like one of my old teammates.
The offer still stands, and I don't know if Soul, and it's not the same Soul you think, by the way. If you've managed to see the birthday special, you know which Soul I'm talking about.
Not Soleil.
Not Soleil. No. Soleil we were talking about in this episode is the Soul we were talking about, like you were talking about earlier, was Soleil. When I'm
Soleil, the one I was specifically saying about.
Yes, Soul is.
I used to think.
Yeah, Jin Soul is who I'm talking about, or Soul Jin. But or Editor San.
Cool. Editor San.
Editor San.
Thank you, Editor San. I'm sorry that you had to deal with all our bullshit. If you want to kill me, you cannot get my address. You cannot find me. I'm in your world.
Yeah, so I'm not to the editor. I am not apologizing, but I am sorry.
I am sorry, but I'm not apologizing for what I've put you through. All right, we will see y'all again next week for more Racing VTuber Rundown. This is your one-stop pit stop for anything Racing VTuber news and events related.